You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news today, to strip an elected senator of these tools is not discipline, it is institutional mugging. Who said this? Abdullahi. According to a report by Daily Post on Wednesday, September 10, 2025, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has once again become the center of political debate following the refusal of the Senate to allow her return after serving a 6-month suspension. The African Democratic Congress (ADC) openly faulted the decision, insisting that the action goes beyond punishing one individual and directly affects the people of Kogi Central who voted her into office. According to the party, barring her from resuming her legislative duties is equivalent to denying her constituents their constitutional right to representation in the Senate. The ADC expressed its position through a statement issued by its National Publicity Secretary, Malam Bolaji Abdullahi, on Wednesday. The party maintained that no matter the circumstances surrounding the suspension, it was expected that after completing the term, the senator should be allowed to return to her seat. It added that the refusal of the Senate raises serious concerns about fairness and respect for democratic principles within the legislative body. In the statement, the ADC emphasized that Senator Natasha was duly elected to represent the people of Kogi Central, and her presence in the chamber is not a personal privilege but a responsibility tied to the mandate she received at the polls. The party noted that preventing her from participating in Senate proceedings not only undermines her role but also silences the voice of her constituents in national matters. The party also revealed that throughout the period of her suspension, Senator Natasha was stripped of several entitlements attached to her office. These include her monthly salaries, the support of legislative aides, and access to her official office. According to the ADC, such measures went beyond disciplinary action and instead created conditions that crippled her ability to function as a public servant even after serving a suspension. Describing the situation as unfair, the party pointed out that the tools taken away from the senator were not for personal gain, but were essential instruments for public service. By denying her access to them, and the Senate was accused of undermining not just the senator, but the democratic process itself. The ADC warned that such treatment set a disturbing precedent for how elected lawmakers can be sidelined. Furthermore, the ADC used the opportunity to call on the Senate to reflect on its duty to uphold democratic values and ensure that the rights of both lawmakers and their constituents are protected. The party stressed that discipline within the chamber should not translate into silencing representatives who were chosen through democratic elections. The controversy surrounding Senator Natasha's case has continued to attract attention, with many awaiting the Senate's next move on whether she will be allowed to resume her legislative duties or remain locked out despite completing a suspension. He said, "These are not privileges, but instruments of public service. To strip an elected senator of these tools is not discipline, it is institutional mugging." Actually, when a matter lingers too long, it begins to have a lot of faces. It becomes hydra-headed. And that is what is happening in the case of Senator Natasha in this situation. The ADC spokesperson has decided to lend his own voice as regards the matter of Senator Natasha, and in this case is in support of Senator Natasha and against the decision of the Senate as regards not allowing the senator to come into the chamber and to continue her legislative functions or duties. And if we look at it from his own point of view, that it will have been better if it is only an individual that is hindered or barred from coming into the Senate and then performing her role, that anything that has to do with her personality. But indirectly, she is a representative of some set of people, a constituent of people, a territorial district for that matter, thousands of people. And because of one person's error, thousands of people are going to be judged and denied even their representation on the floor. They won't be able to contribute to national issues, and that is denying them their fundamental right, which ought not to be. And I think to a large extent, the Senate need to check this and look into it. Though we know that there is no ignorance before the law, because the Senate has cited sub judice if they allow Senator Natasha to come into the chamber, since by herself she has decided to appeal the decision of the court over her matter. And the Senate also that suspended her, the time for suspension had elapsed, which automatically gave her the chance to come back into Senate. But be it as it may, that she has filed an appeal and the Senate is standing on that actions of her in order not to allow her to come in into the Senate, because they cited sub judice. And until the Court of Appeal, made a pronouncement on her case, the Senate was of the opinion that they cannot do anything, and until and unless the court says so. So it seems as if the so-called destiny of Natasha is hanging in the balance. It's in the hand of the appeal court, and it's unfortunate that the appeal court has not even taken time to sit on her matter. So if the court doesn't sit in a year's time, Natasha will remain outside under lock and key. And to a large extent, it will have been only Natasha, it will have been better if it is only Natasha that is going to suffer. But it's so unfortunate that the people of Kogi Central will also suffer. But then, be it as it may, Baba Bolaji Abdullah also pinpointed the fact that it wasn't only that she was not allowed to participate on the floor. Everything that has to do with tools of being a representative was taken away from her. All her aids were withdrawn, her salary withdrawn, her office withdrawn. She wasn't given any opportunity to come around the Senate chamber at all. And these are what Mr. Abdullah is saying is not correct. It's institutional mugging. Why will the Senate be so very nasty against one of its own or our own? And they should at least look at the fact that the ripple effect of our action and their own action is on the people that they say they represent, and they can have a rethink. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.